Now the only problem with XMPP is that it will not create a default desktop icon, so let's go ahead and take care of that first. You can either go to all programs and scroll down to XMPP if you are using Windows 7. If you are using Windows 8, 8.1 or Windows 10, just type XMPP on the start screen and you will get whatever you are looking for. We need to work with XMPP control panel, so just right click on it and send to desktop, or in the case of Windows 8, 8.1 or 10, you can pin it to the taskbar if you want to. So let's open it up and get started. Right, so this is the XAMPP control panel. This will help us create a local server, right? So for the basic programs, the MyApache or the Apache module is enough. If you're dealing with file handling or background form processing, etc., then you might need these other modules. But as of now, we'll only deal with the Apache module. So let's go ahead and click on start. Now, as long as it is yellow, it means that the service is about to start, right? It is trying to start, and once it turns sort of greenish, light bluish, whatever color you want to call it, see this color, then the service has started and it will show the list of ports on which this is working. You don't need to worry about it at the moment. What you need to do right now is open up your browser, because as I already said, PHP is a server-side scripting, and what we are trying to do here is create a local server for running our files, right? So the only software which supports servers is obviously the browser. So go ahead and open your browser. Now I am using Firefox because I like Firefox. You might be using Google Chrome, but I would recommend not using anything else other than this. If you are on Mac, then Safari is more than enough, but don't use anything other than these three browsers, because they are the best and they'll give you the best PHP experience. Other browsers might have some problems, right? So what you need to do now is, in the address bar, go ahead and write localhost and press enter. Localhost is basically the domain for your local XAMPP server which we just created. So if this screen pops up after you type localhost, welcome to XAMPP for Windows, this basically means that our installation is successful. You have successfully installed XAMPP on the system. If however you do not get this screen, you might want to uninstall and reinstall the software again. If anything else or any error pops up, again leave a comment in the discussion section below. So once you see this screen, we can start writing our own PHP code. So let's go ahead and write a very first program now. For doing that, what you need to do is go back to the directory where you have installed PHP or XAMPP, right? So in my case, the installation was in local disk I and XAMPP. There you go. Here we only need to worry about one folder, which is the htdocs folder, right? So as you can see, there is a folder for MySQL, Perl, PHP, etc., and all the other languages which we selected. But the files whichever we make will be in the htdocs folder and nowhere else. So open the htdocs folder, and this is where we will be saving all our files, right? All our script files. As you can see, there is already an existing PHP script here, but let's go ahead and create a new one. So the basic syntax of PHP is less than question mark PHP, and it ends with a question mark and a greater than symbol. This is what the basic PHP syntax looks like. So let's go ahead and save it as a .php extension file in the htdocs folder. So you need to go to the htdocs folder, XAMPP and htdocs. There we go. Make sure you save it in the htdocs folder. You can give it any name you want. I'll just call it first.php. Make sure you type .php in the end, or find PHP in this long list, which takes a lot of time. So just write .php and click on save. Now as soon as you do that, the text is highlighted here. If you write anything else, everything will be highlighted in different colors. The blue ones are valid PHP commands, right? And the black one are the additional text which we type. So it makes this a whole lot easier. Now echo is the command for displaying text on the screen, and either you can give the text in double quotes or single quotes, does not matter. So what this piece of code should do is, it should print hello on the screen or in the browser, wherever you are dealing with it, right? So let's go ahead and save it, and now we'll try to run it. For running it, you need to go back to the browser again, because we have to run it on a server, and this is where a server is located. What you need to do is just remove the dashboard and type the file name here. So it will be localhost slash first.php, and press enter. So as you can see, we get the hello output which we wrote the code for on the screen. Why localhost slash first.php is because the htdocs directory is treated as the default one. So if you save it somewhere else, then you might need to type the name of the directory like php slash first, etc. But if you save it in the htdocs folder, you need not worry about that extension. So there we go, we have successfully created our very first PHP program which says hello.